supernatural stories. That's right. Ghosts, ghouls, and all the scaries in between. What have our experiences been, and what have we seen in the ghost world? Wow. All right, Roy, we'll start with you. Okay. Keep it entertaining. Quit while you're ahead.
I used to live in an apartment in Auckland, okay? And I didn't really know anyone in the apartment building, but I did know my neighbour vaguely. We'd stop and we'd see each other in the hallway. Beautiful woman, she was. And I never really talked to her. I just, recognised her. And I was aware that she was single and unmarried. And I was like, oh, you got a partner? She's like, no. I was like, okay, cool. I did nothing about that, of course. But basically, I think that apartment building was haunted. Because sometimes at night, I would hear a strange man moaning.
I don't think anybody thinks it was haunted right now.
And it would stop. And I would ask her about it the next day. I'm like, did you hear that? She'd be like, no, I've got no idea what you're talking about. I think that there was a ghost living in that apartment building.
Yes, that's the only...
Unsolved mysteries to this day.
I must say. Are you finishing the story there?
Yes.
That was very good at finishing point. And it was a very good finishing point and a very good story. Very good story. That's a 10 on 10 from me. That's a 10 on 10.
No longer a hater.
How do we top that off?
That was very good. That was very good. He started off strong. Who's next?
All right, okay, you can go after me then.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this one has no moaning in it. But I had a friend...
I'll bring the moaning.
Thanks. So I had this guy I was friends with. He was a gym junkie, really cool. On the way to his house for the first time, he was trying to get me into this weird as pyramid scheme. Like, he'd give us money and I'll give you money. And this guy called Cash. Anyway, so we get to the house. It's real dark outside. The street lamp's just not on for some reason. We go down this narrow driveway. And it's just, I feel really uncomfortable. Not because he's trying to scare me, but because the whole place was dark and I felt kind of like something was watching me this whole time. And I'm like, bro, this is kind of weird. Like, how long's this tree been here? And I felt so uneasy. And as we're going in, I'm asking all these questions because I feel like, it's the first time for me when I go to someone's house and I kind of want to go home. Not because of whatever it was, it's just I felt really uneasy. And he was like, oh yeah, this house was built on top of a cemetery. And I don't know if he was bullshitting me, but at the time I believed anything he said that came out of his mouth. And this whole time, and his house was quite old as well, which didn't make it any better for me. And this whole time being inside his house, he'd just keep feeding me stories. So I felt like I was getting brainwashed. He was like, oh yeah, I passed out here one time and I was out for like 2 days for some reason. And a friend came over and was like, dude, you passed out for ages, man. Like, what's going on? And nothing happened that night, but Jesus, was I scared, to a point where when he was walking me out, I was like, hey man, can you just like walk me out as well to the end of the driveway? Yep, shat my pants.
So what do you reckon? You think it was actually a ghost? Do ghosts actually exist?
At that time, I really felt like it did. I felt like someone was just watching me. You ever feel like you're just like in the lounge and just something's just staring at you and you don't know what it is and you look over there and there's nothing there?
Yeah, that's weird because I'm usually the person that's watching from outside, right?
Exactly.
How do you know it wasn't just like a hidden camera?
It could have been a hidden camera.
Like a nanny cam. He was just watching
you. So the main thing was it was just a feeling. Yeah,
it was a feeling. It was just a weird feeling. It just felt so like, like you're trapped in something. You just can't breathe. So I was scared shitless.
You should drink some water if you can.
Drink some water, exactly. I felt dehydrated.
Yeah.
So that's my story.
So wait, this guy's name was Cash?
His friend was Cash.
Cash me outside,
Yeah.
how about that?
Yeah. We'll call this guy Matt.
Okay.
Because that was his name?
Because that was his name.
Falls there. I'll go.
Oh,
I'll go,
Whoa!
then you go.
All right, okay.
Because we've got to change up the order.
True that.
I must admit, it is quite refreshing and lovely water here. Okay. Back when I was like 21 or something, we went to my cousin's wedding.
When he had hair.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Hurt me. I'm so sad. Okay, so we went to my cousin's wedding. And my cousin was getting married to this girl. And she was like acting kind of weird throughout the wedding. Just kind of like had a weird face and just making sort of little shakes and things like that. And we're kind of like, what the heck is going on? Then, me and my brother, we were in charge of driving the car, so like the wedding car. So me and my brother were sitting in the front and the bride and groom were sitting in the back. So it was like at the end of the wedding, and so then the bride was coming down the aisle. So in Indian weddings, typically what happens is as she's walking down the aisle, she says goodbye to her family and stuff, and then
everyone cries.
Everybody cries,
Sure.
because it's kind of like that's it. She's moving on. She's growing up. She's
a
going
farewell.
So it's emotional. It's a sad time.
Sure.
So then as
Also a contest of who can cry the most.
that is true. A lot of crocodile tears, mate. So as the girl is walking down the aisle, she's crying, she's breathing heavy. It's all happening.
And then you heard moaning in the car.
No. So
No, they were
This can't carry on to every news story, Roy.
every story doesn't have that.
And then
It was a good story. Okay, so she's walking down the aisle, she's crying, she's upset, she's sad and all that. That's fine. Me and my brother are waiting in the car. My brother's driving and I'm just sitting in the passenger seat because I'm a cool guy like that. And then she hops in the car. But as she's coming to the car, she's like crazy, like she's possessed or something. And then everybody around her is like, oh, kuch aayega uske upar, which means
she's becoming possessed.
she's possessed by some sort of entity. She's possessed by some sort of ghost. And me and my brother are like, what the hell? Like, this is freaky. And the groom is like, it's okay. And then they hop into the car. And then we start driving off. And she's just hyperventilating. And then we turn the corner. And she immediately just, oh yeah, guys, so, if you take the tunnel down towards the left, it's all good, just, take the Victoria Tunnel, no problems. Take the Mount Wellington Tunnel, yeah. And we're just like, what the hell? That's so freaky.
180.
So we're driving the car from the wedding to the groom's house. And so we're going, and we're just wondering what the heck is going on with the groom. What would he be thinking at this time, right?
Yeah.
It's like freaky as. So then the car drives, we get close to the house. As we start approaching the house, again. And so she's gone from being completely normal to starts breathing like crazy again. So then we start approaching the house. And as we approach the house, she's just going full tilt, not screaming, but like just breathing heavily, hyperventilating.
Yep.
And so then the groom's family and stuff came and they tried to welcome her in. So then she went into the house. Me and my brother drove off. We're like, oh my God, screw that. Shit you not. That night, she went and put knives out in front of all the doorways and windows and was like, oh yeah, there's ghosts gonna come in tonight and all this and there's gonna screw everything up.
Wow.
Divorced after 3 hours.
Really?
Literally 3 hours. The question is, was she actually possessed, or was she just doing that because she didn't want to get married? I don't know. It was freaky, but I don't think she was actually possessed. I reckon she was just acting.
Yeah, because she was only doing it when there was witnesses.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's the one way to get a divorce.
But I mean, if you're acting, why would you just break character when you're in the car? You keep
just
going,
turn left and right.
Yeah, well, I don't know. That was pretty freaky. But I reckon she was acting. I reckon she had another man.
He was the one possessing her.
Ulterior motive.
That's the only thing I can think is that she was just, I need to get out of this marriage. Maybe I should be upfront to tell the person that I don't want to get married.
Instead of
Let's just pretend that a ghost has come over.
Instead of traumatizing the drivers.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. So that's my ghost story.
I'm quite skeptical of these stories. Like with Roy's story, I think that
happened.
I don't doubt.
Let's just debunk it a little bit.
Yeah, I don't doubt that there was moaning, but I think the moaning was.
We think it was in my head.
There was probably a guy in your beautiful neighbor's room. And with
You reckon?
No.
That can't be it.
no, this is leading up to my story.
Oh, okay.
I believe my story is true.
Sorry, it's
I'm pointing out how skeptical I am.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So even with your story, I think that people sometimes have these panic attacks, but they don't understand how to deal with these panic attacks. They think they're getting possessed, and they're already superstitious. So you said with the chick putting the knives everywhere.
Yes.
And with Raksmey again, this person that passed out for 2 days is probably just on something. All right.
Maybe I was on something.
But my
He just
story.
felt my presence. I was staring at it from outside the house.
Exactly.
So this is going to be different to you guys' stories because I actually think this is a real haunting.
Oh, so his ghost is real, but ours is not.
All right. And you'll see what I mean. So I'm so skeptical of you guys, right?
Sure.
I'm always skeptical with these things.
See?
So when I was in Fiji, I had a job at a factory that was built on an old cemetery. Okay.
We already had the old cemetery one.
That's where all the horror stories start.
He stole my idea.
Sure.
It's a famous factory in Wallu Bay, and anybody that's from Fiji would know which factory I'm talking about. This factory, when I started my work there, I got told by people that worked at the factory that this factory is haunted. And I laughed it off. I was like, you guys are just full of shit. You know, get over it. There's not haunting. And I even try to push him.
It's just the guy moaning.
I was trying to explain it to them, like this happens because this. You already believe it, so you notice things more. Because everybody's telling you that it's haunted, you're going to notice things more, that it feels like it's a haunting. So then things happen to me. So when we worked the night shift at the
You were the
factory...
one moaning? Sorry. Carry on.
That's a different story.
I don't think we should make any horror movies.
All right, so first thing that happened to me, so the first night shift I worked there, I got sent to grab some boxes. So I went up this little ladder to grab these boxes, and so I'm looking for this box, and something just told me to get out of the way. Like, I didn't hear a voice or anything, but I just had this feeling that something bad is about to happen. I can't explain it. Maybe we've got like a sixth sense or something. And so I did. I moved out of the way, and this column of boxes just fell down. It wouldn't have killed me. It would have injured me, but it wouldn't have killed me. What did I think? The boxes wouldn't stack properly. You know? And just because I've been told it's a haunted factory, somebody would assume. I literally went back down, told them what happened, and laughed at them because I said, you guys would be thinking a ghost did it. And they were like, well, that's just the first haunting, brother. Just you wait. Haunting number 2. Then this thing we used to do at the factory is sometimes we'd work, there's pallets. Yeah. And so if you do 15 pallets, you can go to sleep. So, you know, just like, do your quota, and then you just go to sleep, and then you wake up, and then the boss comes in. Oh, yeah, you guys did your quota. Obviously, you guys worked all night. You know? So it was just a thing that people did in the factory. So we finished our quota around 2 a.m., went to sleep. We all find dark corners to sleep in on top of pallets. Me and this other big-ass Itoke guy, he's sleeping on his pallet. I'm sleeping in the other corner of the room. Both just fell asleep. Have you ever had sleep paralysis happen to you?
We touched base on that another time.
So it's basically when you feel like something's pushing you down and you can't move your arms and legs. It happened to me. And it happened to me, and I just sat up. You know, when you have sleep paralysis, you suddenly get up, right? And you like scream. I got up and screamed. I shit you not. The other guy across the room got up and screamed at the same time.
Sure.
And we both locked eyes, and he said, Tivoro, which means in Fijian and Itoke means devil. That to me was like, heck did that happen? How do we both in sync get up, have a night terror? Okay?
Sure.
That was that's what you think.
You were sleeping and you felt like something was on you.
You couldn't.
Two
I was
people
paralyzed.
got up at the same time.
I got up and he got up at the same time.
I think that maybe he got up and screamed because you got up.
Because he said the same thing. He collaborated what I had felt.
Okay.
He said that he felt the same way.
Collaborate.
We could use some of those for Instagram.
Don't be shy.
Get
Carry on,
2,000
carry on.
followers.
Number 3.
Yes.
All right.
So 2 times.
All right.
Number 3.
Number 3.
Third time's a charm.
And it's funny because both the second times we were doing things we weren't supposed to be doing, which is like going to sleep when we're not supposed to.
Right.
So the third time we're once again sleeping, but we're sleeping in. Do you know when you go to a supermarket and you have these high shelves?
Yes.
And you can put pallets on them? Sort of like that in the warehouse, but there's tons of flour pallets on them, right? So there's literally like 2-3 tons worth of stuff on that shelf. And so we're sleeping at the bottom pallet, on top of the pallet. I'm sleeping on one pallet, like 2 shelves down, same shelf, but like 2 rows down. The other guy's sleeping on his pallet. I just have, again, sixth sense, something bad's going to happen. Right?
Yeah.
I get up, jump off the pallet, and I yell to the other guy, get up and move. He jumps off the pallet, and then slowly that entire shelf goes tick, 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 slams to the ground.
That's scary.
If I hadn't moved out of that pallet, I'd be dead. If I hadn't told the guy to move out of the pallet, he'd be dead. 100%.
This would be an empty chair.
That'd be dead.
Empty chair right here.
That, for me, sealed the deal. I was like, the heck was that? And the security guard came and said, you know, you shouldn't be sleeping on the pallets.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna
Right.
start
Now,
with...
being skeptical, like I was
I'm
skeptical.
gonna
But like,
start
true
with-
story.
Okay, let's go
The
debunkers.
security guard was right. You shouldn't be sleeping on the
Right,
pallets.
absolutely.
And that is a reflection
Of your work ethic. You sleep a lot on the job, don't you?
Everybody sleeps on the
isn't what I
job.
was
It
gonna
was
say.
the culture.
I was going to say safety standards clearly in Fiji. I'm sorry to all the fobs. I'm not to the same level as they are in New Zealand.
How dare you? Fiji work standards are great.
We had health and safety. We had our OHS officer.
Watch Jungly.
Okay. And how much time did he spend sleeping on the job?
No comments.
Yeah. Okay. So when you talk about a sixth sense, you think something's about to happen, and then it does happen, and it's bad. That's a thing, okay? That's your brain.
Instincts.
Your subconscious notices things that your conscious brain does not. Okay?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay?
Yeah, like I
And-
said, I'm a skeptic,
and
but like
the reason that
That's
those
the situation
things
you
I
face.
felt like the thing is you weren't there, right? So I'm just as skeptical as you, and then that's why I put holes in your stories. That's how I.
Is that your
That's how I
ghost
address
story?
it.
The feeling that you got.
Yeah. So in that moment, along with the things that happened to me, it's like I can't explain it. Like I had, because even with the boxes that fell on me, I felt like something was watching me, like something told me to move out of the way. And you wouldn't hear those boxes because they're light boxes.
Yeah.
They're packaging boxes. So they're like little literary boxes full of paper. It wouldn't have hurt me. And obviously somebody might have just detected with why did it fall at that particular time? It's in a bloody warehouse in a corner on a top shelf. There's no air there. There's no wind in there.
Well, I guess the one good thing about it is, though, the ghosts or the entities or whatever it is, they were actually helping you. They were actually looking out for you, weren't they?
Well, no, they were the ones knocking the box over.
There were definitely two different entities there for sure. Yeah.
One was.
I don't know if it was an entity or maybe I'm just psychic, you know? I just have a sixth sense for
Yeah,
entities.
there's
Impossible.
Exactly. Like I said, I'm a hero, mate.
And literally, I read a book about this. There's a psychologist who wrote about this called The Gift of Fear, and basically talks about that exact same thing. People have that feeling, they can't explain it. They're like, I just knew that something was about to happen, or I just knew that I should do this, and it worked out.
Let's sort this
Impossible.
out. Let's sort this out.
I
once and
agree,
for all.
because again, I
Let's
did
sort this out.
psychology in university as well.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah,
I'm
you
very
know,
skeptic.
yeah.
To the
Let's
point
sort
when
this
in
out.
possession, I understand why people feel possessed.
Okay, what are we doing
Let's
here?
sort this out once and for all.
Sure.
If Nikhil's entity is here,
No, let's not do that. But doesn't it need a visa
if
to get
you're
here?
here,
It needs a visa to get here. It's a Fiji.
It might be a fob. It might be a fob, ghost.
How do you know he doesn't have a visa? How do you know he doesn't have a visa?
Nationals crack down on those visas.
Let the man. Let him play.
we're going to get so cancelled.
Okay.
That's our supernatural segment for the day. Lovely.
Ghosts should not overstay.
No overstaying ghosts. That is a great title for the video, by the way. Let's moving on. The England has gone from the conversation. However, Baigun Baigun, it's not
Oh.
looking good.
So something happened, guys. Something bad happened earlier this week. And
Tell us, because I don't know what you're talking about.
oh, right. So Renil was going to his favorite VG King store.
Yes.
And one of his posters is up there. He's like, oh,
Oh, right,
I want to
right.
carry on this one.
No, you carry on,
Okay.
you carry on.
Anyway, so he had a good look at him, like, yeah, that's my poster. And he looked a bit closer. And, well, the shock may surprise you.
It
That's
was
right.
a hate crime.
I hate crime.
We had our Baigun Baigun poster hanging at Jay's Fresh Mart. It was beautiful. It was doing great promotion. And someone went and put mustaches on all the women's in the song.
Having a lovely time checking out the fruits and vegetables, and then, oh my God. But some people have been graffitied.
Heavy Shane!
Who was it? Who did that? It was pretty funny. But who vandalized our poster?
And why is he sexist?
Yeah, that's true.
Exactly.
too.
He just got the woman's.
He could have put a mustache on my mustache.
Exactly.
But the men feel left out.
Yes.
Yeah, I wasn't even in it. So I, feel even more left out.
I think he just saw the poster, saw Kev Shan went, that guy can't grow a moustache.
That's true.
And just didn't bother, you know?
Hang on, there's one person that's not in the poster.
I feel worse.
His ghost did it! His ghost!
That's what I'm saying. The
mean I've been
highest
ghosted?
motive.
I've been ghosted.
So where were you? Where were you on the night of the alleged crime?
I was getting haunted in the factory.
I was sleeping on the job.
Getting haunted by the fob
Guys
ghost.
on WhatsApp.
I was sleeping at work. Okay? No, but yeah, so that happened. So that was interesting. So yeah, if you're near or around the Auckland area, go and check out Jay's Fresh Mart. You'll see our Baigun Baigun poster and you'll see mustaches. What did the girls say when we told them about it?
Oh,
They like
hate
it.
crime.
They were very upset.
Very upset. Yeah. Why us is what they're
me?
trying to say.
Why me?
The girls that didn't share our stuff. Why me?
Oh, now we're getting to the bottom of
Now we know what really
Sharon!
Now we know what really happened.
Sharon! I think we have
It's funny that her name's Sharon because she didn't share anything.
That was a good one.
That's pretty good.
That was a
Look
good
at that. High five you after.
You're on a roll today, right?
Okay. So, moving on from that, yes, our poster was defamed. Our poster was absolutely
Defaced,
discredited, defaced, yeah, all the things. However, it made me wonder, is Baigun Baigun good or not good? We're moving to our next live segment, which is, we're going to call someone and we're going to ask them their actual opinion of Baigun Baigun, but as if we are not here. So coming me, it has to be someone who, like, you know,
Who do you know that actually has watched it?
I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Let's call someone random and see if they've actually watched it and what they actually think about it. It could hurt us a lot.
Okay, I've got an idea. Let's call Kaushik.
Oh, yeah, I could do that.
Yeah?
But you call him.
Yeah, I'll
so
call him.
But we're not here.
All right.
You don't know we like.
Would he get upset?
What if he doesn't answer the phone?
You might not.
Let's see.
Call them twice. Do the Kevishay call.
No, he's not gonna go.
We're doing live calls.
That's
live
it.
calls.
Can I have some
All right.
water?
See if I've got his phone number. All right, this should be him.
Speaker, baby girl.
This is so exciting.
He's not gonna pick up.
That's exciting.
So bullet to your head. If you don't answer, you're alive.
If he answers, I win $1 million.
Who said?
If he answers, you're dead.
Go on, down another.
Well, he said in Hindi, so who do you think it was?
You're dead.
No.
He's not saying
Oh.
what?
We'll try one more
Try
time.
one more time.
Who would say it?
Second time's always the charm,
Anyway.
usually.
Oakland.
Hold on tight, guys. Surely podcast.
Did he watch it? Asher, I'm coming for you.
See?
He messaged me today. He can message you tonight.
This is genuine feelings from Ranil. He's actually hurt.
Very much. Who you calling?
He's just trying again.
A double call.
Double call. This is the Kevishay
I
emergency
don't
call.
think he's gonna answer.
Okay. Who else we got to call? Who we got?
You could call Mr. Nika.
Who?
It's Raj.
Right.
Who's Mr. Nika?
Raj.
No. Who?
Oh, Jasnil.
Oh yeah, call him.
No, he'll hurt our feelings.
Yeah, he
Do
was
it. Do it.
I feel like
Just do it. Call Dams.
We're calling someone.
Oh, she's not going to pick up.
She'll pick up.
You reckon?
She'll pick up. She'll pick up. We're calling
bloody
Dams, guys.
call me back in the middle of the podcast now.
Yeah,
probably
100%.
will, yeah.
We're calling Dams. Let's give it a go. Otherwise, it's going to be a big fail.
Yep.
Live
Why
call.
the live not live?
Welcome to the second segment of Unreliable.
Correct. Do it. Last chance. Call Jasnil. God, you're going to have to do a lot of cutting at this part of the podcast.
Good man.
Hey, how's it going, bro?
Yeah, good.
I was just sitting with Raksmey. We're going over the Baigun Baigun song. Just wondering, like, what did you think of it? Because I was talking to Raksmey about what you told me. Do you want to just tell him?
I don't know what I told you.
Have you watched it? You watched it, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you think?
What are your thoughts, Jasnil?
I don't fucking know.
Just tell us what you thought. Like, what did you think? Like, what can it improve on? Why do you think it's not getting any views? Because we're not getting any views on this. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Take your time, bro. It's all good.
I don't know. What was the last song before Baigun Baigun?
It's jungly.
That one got heaps of views, right?
Yeah, it was all right. It might have been because there's a bit of a controversy around it, though. So we just, yeah. Why do you think people don't want to listen to it? Like, because you're a Fijian Indian in New Zealand, right? And that's
Yeah.
basically our target audience. So we're just like wondering, like, yeah, why do you think it's not? Do you think the song's not good, or do you think we're just not promoting it enough?
I think you guys promoted it way more than Jungly. So it's not a promotional thing.
So you
I don't
think?
think the song hits as good as Jungly either.
So you think the song's shit?
A little bit. Like, Jungly was more catchy, so, like,
That's true.
a lot of people
Okay.
sort of liked it.
Yeah, he's just like screaming Baigun Baigun Baigun.
Do you feel like it was too much English in this song, or is that?
Nah, I don't think that mattered at all.
Yeah, because we were talking to Ren, and he thought that people in Fiji wouldn't be able to follow it because it's in English.
Nah, I don't think that matters at all.
Okay. Because I mean, obviously, people in Fiji can understand English, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Ren was on about. All right. So, you're on the podcast, bro.
Oh, fucking hell.
You've been gaslit.
You're the
Don't
only.
worry, don't
Can I
worry,
just
bro.
say, what a cool friend. You're the only friend that answered. You're officially a top
Honestly,
friend.
he was straight trying to get bad things out of you. He's like, why is it bad? Why is it shit?
It sounds like a sit-up.
It's
He
a
set you up, bro.
it's
He
a
set you
setup,
up.
bro.
Don't worry, don't worry.
Raksmey, man. And then it's like, remember what you told me? Why don't you tell Raksmey? I'm like, what? You guys both were there.
Nikhil's fucking setup, eh?
Nick was a bad guy.
I'll bleep out that swearing.
Yeah, we just, Ren just wanted some random person to answer the phone call, and none of our friends answered. So you're the only friend that answered.
He's the main
that's
man.
awesome.
See,
You're the main man,
He's the
bro.
only friend that matters now.
Yeah,
Fucking hell.
yeah.
We appreciate it, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. Love you.
All right, catch you later.
Renil's crying.
Yeah.
See you, bro.
You broke his heart. Bye.
No, shot, bro.
So what did he say? It's all
He's
shit.
still
He
shit.
said the song didn't hit as hard.
Didn't hit us hard, not catchy.
Surely not. All right, moving on.
Why are you laughing, Nisa?
He's destroying his whole.
Why is our crew
Whose
laughing?
idea was it to do live calls?
We're gonna just blame the fault.
Okay, should we do one more call? One more call.
Moving on. Upcoming ideas for projects. Where are we heading to next, boys? Where are we heading to next? How's your movie going?
Yeah, it's coming along. It's coming along. It's we're almost there. Just gotta touch up on the spelling and should be good.
Spelling.
Spelling, yeah. My grammar is shocking.
So you've written the script for the next film?
Yeah, I've written my script. It just needs a few minor tweaks, sending it through, and yeah, we'll give it the thumbs up, and that should be good to go. And
We'll get into shooting.
Yeah, we'll get into shooting, so it's gonna be really exciting, and we'll pull you guys in when we get to the next process.
Very cool. How does it feel now that you're almost done and that's almost going to get made? Like, how are you feeling about this whole process?
I'm just starting to picture the whole thing. I'm looking at locations. We're looking at actors, and we're looking at, is it possible to shoot it in this time frame? You know, and yeah, it's really crazy because like we've got the support that we need now. We've got the good people, Rob. We've got Isaac. We've got yourself. We've got Mihir and Nikhil. Yeah, we've got an amazing team now, and I never would have thought this way like 5-10 years ago.
Yep.
But now we can make something look really good and convincing. You know,
100%.
storytelling is just up there.
No, cool.
Yeah.
So
You reckon you'll put me on the poster?
Probably not.
I just hate this water thing. It
feels like it's just-
Gonna spend the whole podcast.
Can I just say the water was only supposed to be for me, since apparently I'm the one that's the princess on the show,
Correct.
and now everybody's drinking water.
Correct.
So
It is very
who's
refreshing.
the princess now?
It is very refreshing. honestly.
Hydration is good for you.
It's very hot in this room.
Getting back onto the topic, we do have more projects coming, and there's going to be more music as well.
Yeah.
We're brainstorming a new song.
Yes.
And
I'm making a new song at the moment. It's in my head. It just needs to come out onto the paper and then get made. We'll see how we go. That's one thing that we're really trying to sort of figure out is, do we do it in Hindi? Do we do it in English? Do we do a mixture of both? And based on like Baigun Baigun, yeah, it's hard to know, right? Like, as you saw from the feedback, it's very hard to get feedback. Like, so if you guys have seen it and you actually have some critical feedback you want to give us, like, give it to us so that as we're creating the next project now,
Go
we
hard.
can, we can
go
actually
hurt our feelings.
yeah, like trust. You can't hurt the feelings anymore. I'm a broken man. I'm a dead man inside. It's over.
Yeah.
There's nothing inside. He's Phoenix.
You just keep stabbing.
So just say it. Just say what you want to say. Just tell us what you actually think, because that's the only way we're going to improve. It's the only way we're going to get better.
Yep.
So, yeah, new song coming out. I will let you know how that's going. I'll keep providing you updates. Anyone else? Updates? Roy? How's your script going, mate?
I didn't put as much time into it this week as I intended to.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
That's a whole
That's a challenge.
Anything else? Anything else on the go?
I'm commentating an Esports tournament
What?
Woo!
later this month.
Excellent.
Yeah.
What's that? So what's that all about?
So it's a video game I play and Raksmey plays called TFT.
Yes.
Not TMT, TFT.
Sure.
Team Fight Tactics. It's based
TMT,
off
yes.
League of Legends and Dota Auto Chess.
TMT.
Everyone knows what that is.
Yep.
And basically, I'm in the top 0.5% of players in Oceania, which puts me like not very high worldwide.
Yes.
Because other regions are a lot better than us.
Right. Team T.
But,
Ocean's very small.
Oh,
Very
yeah.
small.
Yeah. Team T.
But yeah, there's a guy with the tournament coming up, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to commentate.
So what does that entail? What are you going to have to do?
So I'm going to watch the games and commentate them live as they're happening.
So where you got to go? Where's it happening?
Well, it's happening in America, so I'm going to do it from my house.
It's all remote. It's all remote. It's all remote.
He's
So-
working from home.
so-
No way.
So much like a
WFH.
so
Work from
much like a live sports game, we're inside a house this time through a camera.
Technology.
I thought you were going to be like in a stadium.
No.
With like heaps of
For an esports game.
Yeah, so esports, the big tournaments, even they are moving to just online.
Just,
You know
just
what
a,
the problem with this is? It's the fact that they call it esports.
It's just computer game.
they've made games that have classified them as
What's the
esports now.
definition of
Yeah,
sports?
games are-
Okay, so
getting
here's
very
the-
triggered
here's
right
the-
now.
The definition of sports is not something where you run around, throw a ball or whatever. That's a game. The sport is the fact that it's played in a league, you know? If you and I just went out and played some soccer, we're not suddenly playing a sport, we're playing a game.
There you have
But
it.
as soon as you get a bunch of teams
Live
together
from
in a
you.
tournament, that's what makes it a
When you
sport.
go out and play soccer, you are not playing a sport.
Yeah.
You heard it here.
Yes. You're
playing
Unless
it.
you do
Computer games are equivalent to sports.
Sign up to an official league.
Rugby sevens is a sport, Fiji. Okay?
Yeah.
Whoa.
There you
Oh,
go.
let's
I'm on your side.
Esports I can buy.
Forbes,
But
I'm with
sevens.
Wait. What did you say?
I said esports I can buy that as a sport. But sevens, I really...
Hey,
All right.
It was a joke.
you've touched a very, very
That was a
touchy
joke.
subject.
Sevens is obviously a sport.
He's getting nervous about backlash.
How dare you? How dare you?
No, it's the same thing with the feelings. Can't be hurt.
Soccer, you play soccer, you're not playing a sport. You heard it here first.
Yeah, because it's called football, not soccer.
Okay.
What
Moving
are
on.
you, English?
Moving on. We told everybody to create some one-liners for the podcast, you know, because we got to start off strong. Keep it entertaining. So, everybody prepared a one-liner. Let's hear it. Starting with you, Raksmey. Straight to the camera.
Hi, I love shrimp fried rice, and I like egg foo young.
Thank you.
On to you, Roy.
My name's Roy, and I drink my latte with full-fat milk, no soy.
That's a hard one to top, guys.
Well, top something
I'm
up.
gonna follow that. All right, let's go. My name is Nikhil, and I am here to make sure you guys don't fall prey to online vicious spamming. So I'm gonna safeguard you from giving your phone numbers out online. You could almost
That was one line. Oh, is this a one
I said that was too long. I told you it was too long to kill.
I got my line.
Finish it
Well,
off.
I just want everyone to know that this
Can I-
service that he's offering can be bought with a credit card. Your mum's credit card will be fine.
Redo. Okay, go.
All right, my name is Nikhil, and I'm here to safeguard everybody that's watching this podcast from giving your phone number out online. You could almost say, I'm a hero.
Wow. And that is a perfect lead-in to hero clothing. Run the ad, Raksmey.
Ding, 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 ding.
No, we're doing it in real, like in the edit. it. Whoosh. Okay, so we're back from the ad. And I didn't actually come up with a one-liner, but I must admit, even though I didn't, I feel like it's still better than everything that was produced. Because I was shocked. I like fried rice.
Can I just say, my one-liner originally was going to be, my name is Nikhil and I forgot to come up with a one-liner. But I figured somebody would say that, so I didn't.
That was Renee.
Well, no one said it, so you could have said it.
I was about to say that. Actually. You kind of read my mind there.
So come up with a one-liner now.
Who, me?
Yes.
Okay, my name is Renee, and I forgot to come up with the one-liner.
Nikhil already did that one.
Okay.
He did 2 one-liners. That's a 2-liner.
Let's talk about last time's podcast, episode 1. I thought it was a shocker.
I thought it was great.
I thought it was an absolute shocker.
You're a hater.
Okay, yes, I am a... okay, looking now at the set, the way we've created it, I feel like it's way better. But I think we just need to address the water that's sitting here right now.
Why'd you go like this at me?
Because last
This
time
man's
on
idea.
the podcast, someone was like, oh, guys, I think we really need water on set because I was coughing a lot and I just really need to lubricate my throat.
Can I just point out that I was not the only one that was clearing my throat a lot? Okay?
Who else? Look, guys, we have one prima donna sissy boy, and that's Nikhil, okay?
Yes. I am post-Madonna.
Yes.
I swear to God, if any of you guys touch this glass,
I'm a Don's
water.
baby.
Yes, I've now made a situation where I cannot drink any water throughout the podcast. So, yeah.
Just to prove a point.
For that. Keep an eye
So
out for that.
the water is just for show.
No, but okay. What do you think of the last podcast in all seriousness?
I loved it. I thought it was great. Felt very natural. Didn't feel scripted. You know, because of our good acting.
True.
I like listening to myself, so I thought it was awesome.
Lovely.
It was perfect.
I just think that if we come off the story, we just end at the peak part and not carry on the story.
Now he's a hater and you're a hater.
Just saying.
It was a great story.
We were like, oh! And then that could have been end.
I'm not going to lie to the audience.
I don't know what you guys are talking about.
Roy's story and the breakdown of the car.
Oh!
It got so good. You guys remember it got
That's
so
right, that's
good.
right, that's right,
And
that's
he's like, and the car started.
Yes,
And
yes,
we all
yes,
applauded.
It's a
Hooray.
classic Roy, mate. You got to just stop while you're ahead, mate.
That's
stop
it.
while you're ahead.
You had a round of applause, a perfect round of applause from everybody.
And that drove me to keep talking.
I should have taken that as a end it right now.
I see. I was getting Oscars clapped off, music played, not standing ovation because it was so amazing.
Happening again, Roy. It's happening again.
Hater.
Okay. But in terms of the set, though, do you guys think it's better? Like, have we done better? Or does it look exactly the same? We don't actually know how people are going to react to the first set because that's coming out like in 2 days from when we shot episode 2. So we're
like a
little
week
bit
ago.
ahead. Yeah. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys think. Have we made an improvement or should we improve it more? What else should we do? And chuck it in the comment section because we're not going to get upset. Maybe he might call you a hater, but that's all right.
Tell him we needed the water.
Yeah, is it too much
We
pain?
needed the water.
Tell us how we don't need water.
Are the colours all
I
over
swear
the
to
show?
God, if every single comment is, can you guys stop clearing your throats every 10
In the
seconds?
first
Do we need more
podcast.
water?
Our next topic for today, broken marriages or relationships. Now, this topic was supposed to be headed up by Cavi Shea, our lovely other person who's supposed to be on our podcast, but once again, he hasn't turned up. So, we're just going to discuss it and not let our feelings be known about Cavi Shea and how he's not here again for a third time. Broken marriages or relationships. What are we actually talking about there? What's the deal?
I feel like we're going to talk about the relationship between you and Kevishay that's broken down.
He's just pissing all of us off so much. Like, he's supposed to be here for the bloody podcast shoot. I don't know how many times. And see, it's fine. If you can't make it, you can't make it, right?
Be honest.
But the thing is, he keeps saying that he's going to be here.
That's exactly
He
right.
keeps saying, so we've got this friend. He says he's going to be here for the podcast, and then he never, ever turns up.
Just tired of getting let down. My heart's just broken now.
I thought I said it's broken, there's nothing left on the inside, but he just finds a new part to break
Just to
every
break.
time. Every time. Okay, so breaking marriages and relationships. What are we actually doing about that?
We'll call him Tom. He was like, hey guys, I've got this relationship problem. What if you're, I've got a friend that, what if he's engaged, but he don't want to be with her? Now, am I ringing any bells about
Wait,
this
this
person?
sounds familiar.
Is this
This
engagement?
sounds. Oh!
What if I'm having second thoughts?
Oh, I know the one. I know the one.
Okay, someone carry on because
Yeah, right. So
It's
yeah,
interesting.
Well, that's not a real person. This is all hypothetical.
yeah, that's right. It's all
We don't
hypothetical.
actually remember.
We don't know this person.
He's not real. We made him up for this.
there was a guy. Let's call
Allegedly.
him Tom.
Tom.
You said Tom?
Tom.
So Tom was getting married to Sally. And Sally and Tom were having a good old time, but the thing was, Tom comes to us one day at a party and goes, "Hey boys, ever thought of like not getting married but you're in too deep?" And we're kind of like,
No, of course we haven't.
Why,
done
do
that.
you know someone?
yeah, and so yeah, the guy pretty much didn't want to get married, but it felt like he was just getting forced into having that happen. So
And to defend his hypothetical viewpoint, he was like, "I don't want that happened to me," but he's like, "But what if the flight's already booked and family's coming from overseas?" Bro, what's going to be worse, that they have to cancel flights or that you get divorced down the line?
Yes.
What is a bigger issue to you?
yes,
And
It was an
he
awkward
wasn't seeing
I
it.
think it's a cultural thing because the stigma sticks with you in our culture.
you reckon?
It's also why a lot of people that should divorce don't.
Why? Because of the concern of what
Because they're
others will
scared of
think.
what people will think and how people will view us.
Their
and how they will
reputation.
talk about us.
That's people in general, though, right? Not necessarily.
Yes,
So much like our
It's
Instagram
more
friends
so
that won't
because-
share our stuff.
I feel like in our culture, it's such a big thing to divorce, though. It's like, it's a bad thing. It's such a bad thing to be divorced.
I guess so.
Like,
Yeah.
it's more frowned upon. Like, it is frowned upon in other cultures, but not as much as in our culture. In our culture, if somebody gets divorced, it's like a really big
You get like labeled something, right?
It's like,
You're
it's a
like,
dirty thing. Like, how could you guys get
Yeah,
divorced?
because they'll just be like, "Oh, don't marry her. She's been married 4 times. She's used goods."
Oh, 4 times marriage.
And I think it's all to do
I
with...
think at
What corner is she like?
What's her name?
I think at that point she might be in it for the money.
There might be some underlying problems,
There
right?
were 1 or 2 divorces that you hear about women that had like 9 husbands and they all died in mysterious circumstances and left with a bunch of money.
That's a volume. The question is, what should Tom do? Or
So it was like
Tom's married now, so
He's
already
the person. He actually married the
you
person.
married the person.
And they're still
the
married.
flights
At
were
the moment.
booked.
The flights are
But, okay, yeah, I'll tell you one thing though. It would appear that Tom is married, but Tom does not look happy. Like,
See,
Tom
that's
looks
my point.
absolutely-
It's like he's in a situation where he feels like it's better to be miserable for the rest of his life than to separate and live his life.
I feel like a lot of people do that though, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Although I
Yes.
must say, I think I'm getting too deep into.
Do it, Roy.
Go on.
Do it, Roy.
I think part of it is because of how him and Sally, was it? Tom and Sally? Why don't we go Harry and Sally? Because Harry and Sally, yeah.
Too late, bro. Tom.
Tom and Sally does not flow, by the way. How they met. I think that's part of it as well. It's too tied to his identity.
How'd they meet?
Yeah, let's not.
But here's the thing.
I think the message should be, and this is the problem, is like the fact that if people are going to come after us for justifying divorce, that's the problem. Divorce is okay. It is. If you're miserable to the point where you're both miserable and you're hating your lives, and that misery and that hate can turn into something really ugly the longer it carries on, just divorce. Just go separate
Do you
ways.
agree with that? Well, I would like to just put a little point in for before that happens. You can do like counseling and try to work through.
Oh,
Hang on.
hang on.
Okay.
Can I just say that a lot of the people that are just miserable in their relationships, and I know a lot of people like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, if
Let's move on. Athletics day at high school,
Oh,
primary school, intermediate school. My God, who remembers those?
Those are good old days.
They were the worst days of my life.
And they were
I'll start.
compulsory.
I'll start. Yeah, they were, eh?
They were.
They were compulsory. I've heard nowadays they're not compulsory, but they were compulsory back in our days.
Yeah.
Oh
Ugh.
my God.
schools are becoming too.
That explains why we're fat after high school.
Okay, yes. Well, I was fat during high school, so
Okay.
let me explain.
Wow.
We had athletics day, cross country day, something like that, right? And I was
Athletics.
Yeah, and I was a fat boy. And so I remember we were doing a run around the field, right? Like the full cross-country field. Now, I was the fat boy, but there was one beautiful thing. There was one boy who was fatter than me. Right? Like running the lion, you don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be faster than the lion. Yeah, exactly. So I was all good. I was not the fattest. There was one that was fatter than me. So I knew I wasn't going to come last.
There's a script there.
I will come second to last, and I'm okay with that, right? So long as it's not last. So I remember the cross-country day is happening, it's all good. So I was standing there, big mob, getting ready for the takeoff. Just like, oh God. And I don't know why, they always made us run in bare feet. Like, for some strange
we weren't allowed to wear shoes.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to wear shoes. And it was like, you were running over like, it was just like sore and just terrible. Okay, so we're about to do the firing thing where they shoot the gun and everybody starts running. And so I'm like, yeah, boys, it's all good. It's all good. And come second to last, no problems. Where's the fat boy? Where's the fattest? Where's the fattest?
You are now the fat boy.
The fattest guy went to the toilet just before it was time for the race to start.
He may have been the fattest, but he wasn't the dumbest.
He went to the... Miss, can I go to the toilet? Okay. The race is about to start. Where's the fat boy? I'm like, Miss, the fat boy. You need to get the fat boy. We can't start the race until the fat boy gets here. Please. And the race started.
Then the guns shoot.
And I Miss, I need to go to the toilet as well. No, the race is about to start. I came last.
I have a question.
Fire away.
Was he a fat boy or was he just big boned?
He was fat. He was fat. I was fat. We're all fat. Okay. So yeah, that happened in that's my cross country.
I actually have a story that's so similar to yours.
Go on.
I thought it would be the same, but it's different, a little bit different.
That was two skinny
Same
boys.
situation, right?
Yeah.
I'm extremely unfit, and my teacher put me in the 1500 meter race,
Sure.
right?
Sure.
So we start running, right? And there were definitely some other unfit people in that race.
Yes.
The problem was I had a mindset to finish the race.
Yes.
And these pussies dropped out of the race mid-run, like fainted and fell off.
Oh.
Right?
How dare they
There were
faint?
still two of us.
That is so rude.
Bringing the back end of the race, right? And so we're running. We've been running for like 4,000 meters.
Yes.
We're coming around the last 200 meters. We're coming down the last 50 meters. And I think to myself, all right, Nikhil, you're not going to come in last. In the last 20 meters, you're going to boost it. Give it everything you've got. We hit the last 20 meters and I boost it. I get it everything I got. I go past the guy and I'm really going for it. And I'm like, surely that's enough. I'm dead now. I can't go anymore. And then the guy boosts it. Just at the last 5 minutes, the guy passes me. And I come dead last. But at least I didn't faint.
That's all right. We can relate on that one.
The moment when he passed me, I thought I had it. I thought I absolutely had it.
Yeah.
Until that guy, it was just like 5 more minutes to go, and the guy just went past me. I was like,
Oh shit.
oh my God. Where did he find that energy to like, he had the same idea as me. He just boosted later.
All right, so there you go, fat boys. If you're gonna run the race, boost at the end, okay?
Why were they forcing the fat boys to run?
Yeah, I know, right? Or just go to the toilet before the race starts.
The guy was smart.
Yeah, he
He's
was
probably a lawyer now.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that? No, okay. All right.
We'll call him Tom.
Go, Tom.
So just a bit of backstory. So my dad and my dad before him have been bad swimmers. Okay, we've come from a long line. Bad swimmers because when our feet touch water, our legs touch water, the muscles tighten up, okay? So really easy for me to get cramps, really easy. And so I like swimming. I love being in water, and it's just been a cool thing for me. Come to the athletics day for swimming sports. I signed up for the freestyle and the backstroke. And so we started with the backstroke, and these guys were like sweats, right? We had like fit people, non-fat people, muscly people in Speedos and stuff. And I don't know how, but these guys look like they're 30 years old. And so me, their scrawny boy, half the size that I am now, I'm like, okay, I got this. I mean, like, sure, I've been doing some backstrokes. And so it was freestyle, right? And so I'm like, sweet, I'm going to backstroke the fuck out of this. And I got ready and I saw that these guys were doing this, like, this whatever swimming pose. And I'm like, oh, how do I do that? I didn't even know the pose. So I'm just like, all right, can't even touch my feet. That's all good. And so the gun thing, right? I wasn't ready for the gun. For some reason, it just shot out randomly. And that's what happened. There was no countdown. It just shot. And so I'm like, sweet, it's all go, let's all go. And turns out I'm diving right in there and I'm going for my life. I'm using all my resources, right? Not saving it for the end for some reason. I'm using all my resources. I'm fucking swinging back and forth. And I make it halfway. And this girl who I kind of had a crush on, let's call her Ellie, she's like trying to like wave at me. She's like, Raksmey,
Waving like
stop. Stop. And I'm like, oh, what's going on? And I stop, I guess dying. And I look up and I notice that the rest of the swimmers, they're still like, dude, what are you doing? It was a faulty gun or something. And like in San Andres where your stamina is like red, my stamina was red at that point. And I'm
Restart.
And I'm asthmatic. So I'm just like, are you sure? Are you sure? I can just finish this.
Oh, man.
Okay. So then the real race happened, and obviously I got last. That's all good. It happens.
That actually reminds me of when we did swimming.
Yeah.
I remember when we did swimming. Mine was not backstroke, mine was four stroke, whatever that
Heart stroke, heat stroke.
Heat stroke. I remember I was like dove in, and everybody else dove like properly. Straight down into the water. And so I'm swimming. But it was like those ones where you don't know where you are in relation.
You don't. You can hit a wall.
Yeah. Oh, I was like just eyes closed, just swimming. And then it was those ones. I wasn't doing the breathe out like that. So I
Just doggy paddling.
Vicious doggy paddle.
Right, yeah. And then I stand up in the pool, look around, and everyone's finished. It's just like, but at that time, you're like, shit, I'm doing so well. I'm gonna win today. I'm gonna win the race. So yeah, I feel you.
Yep. Happens to the best of us, guys.
Mate.
And never swim again.
Definitely right. Roy.
Roy's gonna come back with
Roy's athletic story.
I actually really liked swimming sports back in school. I used to wasn't a very athletic guy. Okay, actually, I trained to play cricket. I trained to be a fast bowler, so I was actually really good at sprinting. So I was a really good sprinter. But the thing about a cricket run up is it's not 100 meters. It's like 20 meters. That's really good.
Side note: when you run up in cricket, do you sprint? Are you supposed to sprint?
No, but you need to train sprinting to
get there.
Just have the
You
endurance.
want to hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Train them.
That momentum, right?
So when it comes to just straight sprinting,
Yes.
it's really good. You know?
Right.
Sure.
And so I can run really fast for like 30, 40, maybe even 50 meters. But at that point, my stamina just died.
Jolts, yep.
And I'm running and I just jog the rest of it.
Oh.
But I actually really lucked out one year in year 10. I was taking a class in high school on video production, which is interesting because I work in video production now. And it was the first video I ever made was an assignment we had to do for the class, athletics day video. You take a camera from school, you come back to your tripod, you film it. I didn't have to participate in any of the athletics because I was making a video for
He
class.
beat the
Score.
He beat the system.
What a
Yep,
man.
he beat the system.
That's brilliant.
I mean, it's no going to the toilet, but
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. Well, I have a really good story about swimming sports. It's not my story, it's the story my friend told me, and I thought it was just hilarious. So he's a teacher now. You know when you meet a person, you're great friends with them, but then you think, oh God, this person's a teacher?
Yes.
You know? He's like that.
We love teachers. Oh, we love teachers.
All the teachers out
We
there.
respect teachers so much, we just don't respect our friends.
Okay, carry on.
So anyways, he's a great guy, and he tells some crack-up jokes. So one day, he's in class with some year 9s or whatever, and he's teaching maths, and swimming sports is coming up, and a kid's like, yeah, I'll be swimming sports. And he's like, give him this kid shit. He's like, oh, what are you going to do? 100-meter doggy style. He meant 100-meter doggy paddle. To this day, me and my other friend, who were there listening to that story, refer to a certain position as the doggy paddle.
Yes. And the swimming?
We both know how to actually swim, so we just do freestroke, breaststroke, backstroke.
so you
Butterfly
don't.
sometimes.
So you don't do doggy style anymore.
I never did. You know, I was never quite good at it. But this man's quite the doggy style expert.
Doggy paddle.
Doggy paddle. Sorry.
No, we call it doggy style now, man.
Sorry, kids.
The kids don't know what it is. Sorry, parents do now have to explain to their kids what doggy style
It's
is.
it's the style that the doggy swims, obviously. What are you guys thinking of?
Pause.
So moaning in the apartment, right?
It was a guy teaching her.
What's our next segment?
Were you looking at me?
Goes.
You were looking at me to move it on to the next thing.
Yeah, yes. Roy's doing that thing.
Moving on!
Wait, can we pause for a second?
Like the whole show.
No. Just like,
James was saying something?
Go on.
like, so we can cut from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be quite funny because when we cut straight from the.
Right now. Give me a quick face. Give me a quick face.
So our next segment is going to be another promotion about random clothing, Euro clothing. If you like Euro clothing we're wearing, please go online and purchase some Euro clothing. It will help support the podcast and our projects, and it would mean I have to stop spending so much money on all this stuff. It would very much help us. Hero clothing.
Tell them about the giveaway.
Check it out. Let's just not. Let's just not.
Check it out. We've got different colours and
We need
assortments.
aircon in this
We've
room,
got
guys. Please
Jungly
buy some
Boy.
clothes.
We
Comes
do.
in black and white, blue, yellow.
Beautiful, beautiful clothing. Go and check it out. We made sure that it's pretty decent quality, and we're going to try and get a partnership with Adidas going soon.
This will be really
We're going to
warm
have some
winter.
Adidas hero clothing coming out soon as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
Very
keep
good.
an eye out for that. And moving on to our final segment for today, the challenge of the week. The challenge of the week that we all said we were going to achieve last week. Let's first, before we move on to what we're doing in the next challenge, see how we did with our previous challenges. So you wanted to have a good sleep, right?
Oh,
An
mate.
honest night's
An
rest.
honest night's rest. Saturday, perfection. I stayed up till 12 in the afternoon. Greatest sleep of my life.
You mean you slept till 12?
I slept till 12
Okay,
at
yeah.
noon.
What time did
Sunday.
you go to sleep?
1 o'clock. So pretty good.
1 a.m. to
1 a.m. to 12.
Almost
Yeah.
like 9.
11
A little bit of snoozing in between, but great sleep.
Lovely.
Healthy lifestyle.
Well done.
I recommend.
That gets you a tick. You have achieved your challenge for the week. Well done, Raksmey.
Thank you.
Nikhil.
I honestly thought that none of you guys would achieve your challenges of the week. And I was going to do my challenge in your faces to rub it in.
Sure.
So I even bought a carrot, put it in my fridge. And I was supposed to bring it here today.
Yes.
And eat it on camera.
Yes.
I forgot my carrot, guys.
So what you're saying,
He lied.
Carrot, guys.
what you're saying is you had to eat a carrot.
I forgot
put
my
it in your
carrot.
bag.
I forgot it at home.
You picked the easiest challenge out of all of us.
I was even going to gloat about it and rub it in your faces. And now I don't have a carrot.
There you have it. This
Yeah.
man
What kind
is
of a
not
man?
even
He's a
qualified.
bad
He
man.
sleeps so much on the job he can't even eat a carrot on camera.
Can I just point out, what kind of a man doesn't have any carrots in his fridge?
There's nothing.
These two. I've got so many carrots in my fridge.
In my fridge.
KFC? Okay. Roy, how'd your
I
challenge
just
go?
want to say, I really like his honesty. He could have lied and said he ate a carrot.
Roy, how'd
Don't
your challenge go?
Change the subject.
Getting a good night's sleep is very good. I didn't do it
Why not?
because I was working
No, you weren't.
and sleeping and eating vegetables.
You were playing TMT.
Playing
Say it.
TMT.
I was preparing for this thing that I'm doing.
Roy also had.
Training
Can I just
for
add?
Esports.
Roy had an assignment today. He was supposed to do one thing today.
Oh, yes. He was also supposed to make the thumbnail for the last video, which we're going to release on Friday, but he did not do that. What is your excuse for that one?
Oh, I'm such a perfectionist. I thought if I'm not going to do it good, I may as well not do it. So I didn't do it.
So my challenge for the week was I've made a start on the YouTube video, but I haven't finished it. So I'm going to be honest, that gives me a cross as well, because I haven't finished my challenge for the week, but I'll get that done. So that
Whoa,
means
no
you
but. No but.
Yes,
I just
correct.
want you to say you didn't do it.
failed. So that means you're on 1 point,
Yes.
and the rest of us are on 0. Yes, this is a competition.
I'm closer to the
Where
bacon.
are we going to win?
Competition, but there's a big prize
Point
at
for
the
me.
end of this.
Wait, how do we know he actually slept?
I mean, God,
Oh,
how
look.
hard was the challenge?
Oh, mate.
I want to.
I just.
It was harder than eating a carrot.
I think I just keep blacking out at some point. Just doing it.
Fair. All right. So, challenges of the week this week. And for God's sake,
Shit, I
you guys
had
have
one.
to choose something harder. Okay, guys, that's-
Oh, I had something. Come back to me. Someone start.
my challenge is to finish the YouTube video.
You can't choose the same challenge again.
Okay, fine.
Wait, what? I was gonna say right by him.
He's already done half the challenge. He just said
well,
so.
50%.
So it's not really a challenge anymore.
Do I get half a point if I do the challenge later?
No.
The last week's challenge? Come on.
No carryovers. We start anew. We start anew.
Start fresh?
Start fresh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm just going to have another carrot.
What's your challenge for the week?
I am going to try to do 10,000 steps one day.
Okay.
So I've
that's
got
a good challenge.
a watch that measures it, and I haven't been making my 10,000 steps.
That's a good challenge.
How many steps
Which is
have
very
you
unhealthy.
been doing? Because
Like
if it's like
4,000,
9,800, you know.
4,000, 5,000, like really bad.
True.
So I'll try to do 10,000 one
10,000
day.
step. Okay.
Instead
I
of
got my
napping at
challenge.
work, you can just walk.
I got my challenge for the week. I'm gonna see. I don't know if you noticed, but I've become fat boy. So I'm going to go to the gym at least 3 times this week until the next podcast. 3 times. 3 times, no more fat boy. That's my
I don't
challenge.
know how to top that up. Mate,
Roy?
go Roy.
I think that it's been too long since I've had my hair cut. And I know that doesn't sound
No.
a challenge.
No, it's not a challenge.
Hang on. You cannot make your challenge. I have to cut my hair. You cannot. I'm
You're
sorry.
probably going to get a haircut anyway.
Week 1 was the week
Here's the
for
thing.
all these
Here's the
nonsense
thing.
ones.
Chances are I'll set this challenge and still won't do it.
No, you can't do that.
Okay.
We'll
It's
come
gonna be
back
a
to you.
challenging
We'll come back
haircut.
to you. We'll come back to you.
Oh,
I
shit.
reckon why don't you finish your script this week?
Yeah,
Yep.
gotta finish it.
Yeah. You have to finish it, get it to me.
Yeah.
For the final proofreads.
All right.
And here's confirmation.
Yeah. I will be
He will be.
confirmer.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. So Raksmey's short film script needs to come to me by the end of the week. Roy, come on now.
I'm currently in the process of writing a song. And I say writing a song, I've got 2 words, which is probably going to be the title of it.
Yes.
And it's going to make up the chorus.
Sure.
And I'm going to write that.
There you go.
I'm going to write
Challenge.
1 verse.
While at the same time
No,
getting a
no,
haircut.
no, no, no.
Wait,
No, that's cheating!
No.
Whoa!
You're going to write
have to make
the
it
song.
Cheater!
Task!
you're singing the song next podcast.
Jungly was written in like 2 days. Baigun Baigun was written in 2 days. You can do it.
Are you seeing a pen?
You're really making the point of why nobody's watching you.
Come on, guys. Come on. Art hurting me more. I thought I was dead. Like, it's still hurting. All right.
Don't take that as a, hey, don't criticize us. Still do the criticism in the comments.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love seeing
The
him
pain,
cry.
the pain is there.
Rip into us.
Okay. All right, guys. That ends Surely Podcast Episode 2. We hope you guys all enjoyed it. Go out, buy hero clothing, look cool like us, and make sure you subscribe. And make sure you go and check out our projects, Baigun Baigun, Jungly, the sunny side of Nongataha, and soon the Lost Treasures of Rotorua, but we'll talk about that in the upcoming episode.